Hi, everybody. We're sorry to disturb you. You should be sleeping. We come from America to see you.
Incredible trip here. 12 million Ukrainian refugees have fled their homeland since the Russian invasion began on February 24th. Cardinal Timothy Dolan making a surprise visit to the region in a show of solidarity. The Cardinal back here in New York now to share some of his highlights from his trip, and he is joining me live. So, Cardinal Dolan, good to see you as always.
Dan, I appreciate the invitation. I'm in the Christmas spirit because usually I talk to you at Christmas time.
I know. So, usually it's around the holidays, but this was an amazing surprise visit that you made to Ukraine because you didn't think you were actually, if I understand this correctly, Cardinal, actually going to be able to make it over the border from Poland. So how were you able to do that, and why did you feel like it was safe enough to do so?
Well, you're right, Dan. The initial intent of our trip was to go to what we call the border countries that have absorbed these millions of anguished Ukrainians who have fled their beleaguered, beloved homeland. And we thought that was going to be the extent of our trip. From the beginning, we said maybe we can sneak into Ukraine, and we worked through the Archbishop of Lvov, which you know from talking about it.
Yeah.
Lvov is a city, a far western city, very close to the Polish border. So thanks be to God, with his ability, we were able to spend 24 hours in Ukraine, and I'm glad we did.
Now, you were able to meet with several of these displaced families, right? So much heartache that they have had to leave their homes behind. What was the overall mood, Cardinal, when you were there?
Well, Dan, pardon me, but I think it was similar to the weather forecast that we just heard reported. It was dreary, it was dismal, it was ominous, it was stormy, because these people are suffering. They're bewildered. They can't figure out why their beloved homeland, as innocent as it was, has been attacked. But on the other hand, there were sunny aspects, the grit, the resilience, the hope. The drive of those people was just so uplifting for me. So there was a little bit of Good Friday. There was a lot of Good Friday, but there was a lot of Easter Sunday as well. Yeah, you know, and you're somebody who just radiates positivity and can bring that along. And so many of these refugees have long-term effects now from the bombings, right? So what was your message to them when they were there? Were they receptive to your positive energy and prayer? Well, I'm humbled to say that they were. And that meant a lot to me because one of the reasons, Dan, I went over there is to say, folks, you're not alone. You know, whenever you have people in terror, one of the psychological effects is that they say, does anybody know about us? Does anybody care about us? Are we all alone? Are we left by ourselves? And I just wanted to say, look, everybody, I come from New York. I come from the United States. We love you. There's not a day go by that we don't think about you. We're concerned about you. We want to help. And they let me know that sign of solidarity on behalf of all of you, of all of my listeners and viewers today, they were kind enough to say that helped us a lot. So the trip was worthwhile.
You know, Cardinal, I do want to show our viewers at home a few of those folks that you were able to meet with and then talk to you on the flip side of this.
Sure.
But can I see your pictures? Wow, with the airplanes and everything? Wow, and the clouds and the sky. Oh, you came from Belarus?
I came from Estonia. I used to live in Estonia for 6 years and a half.
Where at? How are you, sir? Sure nice to see you. Thank you.
I mean, it's unbelievable when you even just see how young some of these folks are, right? These little kiddos here. 12 million refugees, Cardinal. They require a heck of a lot of supplies. From you seeing everything on the ground, do you think they have enough resources? What do they need?
Good news, Dan, they do. We were amazed at the international relief that had gotten there. A lot of our time we spent visiting what you might call depositories or warehouses where medicine, blankets, clothes, food, fresh water, they were all there. Now, I'm saying that gave us consolation now. They're very realistic to say, if this war continues, if these refugees keep coming, we're going to run out of stuff. So there, once again, the news is somewhat consoling now, but the future, if this vicious attack continues, does not look bright.
Yeah, and Cardinal, lastly here, the overall, you know, obviously it's a war zone, and we keep reporting on some of the bombings and the shelling that's taking place there. Did you ever feel that you were in danger? Did you see anything firsthand that was on the ground there?
No, but obviously, when we crossed the border to Ukraine, we thought, "Uh-oh, it could get pretty disturbing." Now, we did see preparations, so we had to go through a lot of checkpoints. You'd see the sandbags, you'd see the Ukrainian border guards who were in camouflage. You'd see some of the army. We didn't see, though, any signs of attack or devastation, nor did we ever feel threatened. Now, as you reported, literally the day after we left, Lvov came under attack.
Yeah.
So, boy, that doesn't bode well for the future, because if the Russian atrocities continue moving to the west, things are only going to get worse there.
Yeah, and and we were following this nurse very closely. It's a friend of the Morning News who actually said COVID's now a big risk there as well for so many of those refugees, because obviously COVID's spreading.
You got it.
But, let me ask you this, Cardinal, because so many folks here in New York, they want to help. What are you bringing your message to St. Pat's this weekend? I'm sure you're going to be speaking out at your next homily. What can New Yorkers do in your view?
Well, the first thing I got to do, I have a big duty, because I promised the people to say thank you. Thank you, New York. Thank you, United States of America, because we really appreciate the support and the solidarity that you've given. So there's number one. But number two, you all have already been very generous in your support. And there's great organizations here in New York that help us. I'm obviously most familiar with the Catholic ones, like Aid to the Church in Need, Catholic Near East Welfare Association, Catholic Relief Services, Catholic Charities, the Knights of Columbus, the Knights of Malta.
Right.
We also saw evidence of Jewish assistance. We saw the evangelical churches were there. And we just saw great organization like AmeriCares or Doctors Without Borders, who were already poised there to help. So any of these organizations, folks, if you want to get aid there, you're already doing it. Keep doing it.
All right, Cardinal Dolan, I so appreciate you for what you did, for going out there, and for coming back and coming on here to talk about it. Appreciate you always.
Dan, I appreciate your interest. Thanks.
All right.